Good morning, Jai Hind, my dear children. In my previous video, I have discussed and explained poem "A Thing of Beauty is a Joy Forever." Now, I will discuss about literary device. Whatever the literary device are used in this poem, we have to discuss in this video. I hope you enjoy my video, and I will also explain the difficult words. Everything, whatever is related to this poem, I try to discuss, provide you the proper understanding of this poem. I hope you study well. Okay, so come to the first stanza of the poem. The first line of the poem become a phrase. A thing of a beauty is a joy forever. A thing of a beauty is a joy forever. It become a phrase. And what is the most interesting thing about this poem, that this line is the main theme of the poem. Whatever you read after this line all are the explanation of this first line. A thing of a beauty is a joy forever. Every line only further emphasizes the importance of the first line. A thing of a beauty is a joy forever. So in the first passage, in the first stanza, few words are there. Bower. What is the meaning of bower? A shady place under the tree. You can say that it's a shade of a tree where we can take rest, we can get relaxation. Not only the animals, other creatures too can take rest from sun scorching, rain, whatever. So bower is a shady place under the tree. Okay. In this stanza, many literary devices are used, and what are they? So first one and the most easy to find out is the alliteration. Sleep sweet. In this stanza, there is a use of metaphor. Where is the metaphor? Bower white. And how it become metaphor? Just try to understand. Bower quite. Calmness of a bower is compared to the calming effect of a beautiful thing. Okay. Come to the next stanza. Morrow, the following day, the next day, as we are saying tomorrow. So this is the short form of the morrow. Morrow means day, morning, day. Wreathing, it means surround or encircle. Despondence, depressed. Gloomy, sad. So literary devices are anaphora. What is anaphora? Use of same word in two consecutive lines, that is anaphora. Of noble nature, of all the unhealthy. This is the anaphora. Alliteration, already used. Band, bind, noble nature, some shade. This is the alliteration. Metaphor, wreathing a flowery band. Wreathing a flowery band. The beautiful things of our life bind us to the earth. This is the indirect comparison. So this is metaphor. Here there is imagery. And which type of imagery? Creating a sensory effect of beautiful things lined up in string, a flowery band to bind us. When we talk about a flowery band to bind us, there is an image before our eyes that there is a band, there is a garland which encircle us. Inversion, normal order of word is reversed. When we are talking about normal process, or you can say that when we are talking about 1, 2, 3, it's a normal. When we are talking about 4, 3, 2, then it's a inversion. So in this way, are we wreathing a flowery band? It's a inversion in this stanza. Come to the next. Meaning of boon is blessing. Rills means small stream, break or process to slow down. Literary device. Alliteration is use of consonant sound. Sprouting, shady, simple sheep, cooling covered. What are the imageries? Trees giving shade. We are imagining. we are under the tree and taking the shelter. So this is the imagery. Sprouting shady moon, growing process of daffodils. We are also able to create the image of the daffodils. Antithesis, when two contrast words are used together, that is called the antithesis. So here, old and young. Okay. Come to next, grandeur, high rank or socially important, mighty, enormous, immortal, never dying, bring age, literary device. The first one is alliteration, heaven heard, metaphor. What is metaphor? Immortal drink. It is indirectly compared to immortal drink, which never ends. Rhyme. There is a proper rhyme scheme in the poem. Throughout the poem, you read it, there is a proper rhyming scheme followed by each line. Imagery, bushes full of musk roses, sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms. Books describe valor of fighting grandeur, mighty dead, God providing us with best things, pouring from the heavens brings. So all these things are imagery. Poet is successful in creating imagery before us. We start imagining all those things. Whatever poet is being describing in this is called the imagery. So how many new words you have studied in this poem? Once again, I am discussing Babar, morrow, spite, despondence, pal, spirit, sprouting. Whatever the beautiful things or beauty mentioned in the poem, the sun, the moon, shady trees, beautiful daffodils, stream of water, dense green bushes of forest, fragrant musk roses, tales of heroic men who sacrifice their life, list of the things that cause suffering and pain. This is described in the second stanza. Desire to offend others, hopelessness, lack of nobleman, bad health, unhappiness, gloom, darkness. So I have few questions and you have to answer me. You can answer me by texting on WhatsApp or by commenting here only. You can answer me. I'll read the questions, you have to answer me properly. What does the line, therefore are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to earth, suggest to you? This is the first question. The second question, what makes human beings love life in spite of troubles and suffering? The next question is, why is grandeur associated with the mighty dead? This is the third question. Do we experience things of beauty only for short moments, or do they make a lasting impression on us? You have to answer according to the poet. Okay. The next question, what image does the poet use to describe the beautiful bounty of the earth? These things you have to do in your fair copy. You can take pictures and send to me so that I can check. Otherwise, what is the purpose of teaching you if you don't do classwork, homework, if you don't write in your copy? What is the purpose of doing all this stuff? So my dear students, value our time, value our love for you. Why we are doing all these things only for you. This phase is very important and we have to win this phase. We have to join our hands in this phase to win and learn as well. I hope you understand and you enjoy my video. If you have any kind of problem, if you want to ask anything more, you can write me. I will answer you. I will try my best to provide you proper answer. Everything regarding this poem, I try my best. I will try my best. So thank you very much for watching my video. But this is not enough. Watching my video is not only thing I want from you. I want whatever you have studied, you understand it properly. You may able to understand every word properly. That is my purpose. If I am successful in this process, it's a blessing of God. And thank you very much for joining me. I will discuss new chapter in my next video. So till then, goodbye and Jai Hind. Take care of yourself. Thank you very much.